At 80 years old, Michael Douglas is no longer protecting the story the world wanted to believe, and for the first time, he is quietly acknowledging the emotional cost behind a marriage that was once treated like Hollywood royalty. For decades, his relationship with Catherine Zeta-Jones appeared flawless: glamorous red carpets, award nights, and carefully rehearsed smiles. But beneath that surface lived fear, imbalance, illness, and sacrifice that few ever saw. Michael's life shifted in 1998 when, recovering from back surgery and struggling to escape old addictions, he saw Catherine on screen in The Mask of Zorro and felt something awaken in him, a hope he feared he no longer deserved. At 54, bruised by divorce, scandal, and the shadow of his legendary father, he met the 29-year-old Catherine at the Deauville Film Festival, carrying charm laced with insecurity. His bold line, "I will be the father of your children," fell flat, leaving him humbled, but he refused to retreat, sending roses that marked the moment Catherine began to see him not as a stereotype, but as a man desperate for renewal. Their romance accelerated into a fairy tale marriage in 2000, complete with celebrity guests and global admiration, yet even then Michael sensed shadows forming. As Catherine's career soared, culminating in her Oscar win in 2003, Michael felt pride mixed with quiet dread, aware that age was already tilting the balance between them. That fear became devastatingly real in 2010 when he was diagnosed with stage 4 throat cancer, a moment that stripped away control and forced Catherine into the role of caregiver as she watched the man she loved weaken before her eyes. Publicly praised as devoted, she privately unraveled, suppressing terror and exhaustion until, after Michael's remission, she collapsed emotionally and sought treatment for bipolar II disorder. What the world celebrated as a miracle recovery left their marriage fractured by trauma neither knew how to heal. By 2013, worn down by age, illness, and unspoken resentment, they separated quietly. No drama, just exhaustion, each realizing they were healing apart. Though they reunited, the marriage that survived was no longer effortless, held together by children, history, and obligation more than joy. As years passed, Michael aged rapidly while Catherine, still vibrant and ambitious, struggled with returning to the caretaker role once again, torn between loyalty and the life she still wanted to live. Homes were sold, whispers grew, and Michael finally admitted what he had long feared, that the age gap had transformed from a romantic footnote into the defining burden of their relationship. At 80, he stopped pretending, confessing that loving Catherine had been both the greatest gift and the hardest battle of his life, haunted by the realization that he may have become the reason for her unhappiness. Insiders now claim they exist in a silent separation, dividing assets quietly, not from betrayal but from exhaustion. After a lifetime in the spotlight, Michael Douglas has accepted a painful truth. Even the strongest love can fracture when age, illness, sacrifice, and silence collide. Do you think this marriage can still survive, or have they already crossed the point of no return? If you want more untold Hollywood stories, remember to like the video and subscribe for the next chapter.